Hey guys, if you like my videos, please like, subscribe, turn on the bell so you'll know every time I drop a video, and please comment. Making these videos for you guys. Well, I'm making them for myself too. I'm not gonna lie, I enjoy it. but yeah, please give me a like, give me a comment, anything, and please subscribe. Thank you so much. Hey guys, Sleep Grandma here. We'll be listening to this in the background. I love this. It's called Parijat Topic. And you'll be hearing that music in the background. Okay, it's beautiful. Today I wanted to talk to you about staying in the middle, keeping your moods in the middle. Not anger, not sorrow, which is, I guess, represented by blue, but right there in the middle. That's why it's important for us to relax, because, you know, when you hate your job and stuff, it makes you angry. So that anger bleeds into everything else around you. It bleeds into the attitude toward your children. It bleeds into the attitude toward your spouse. And if you don't release that anger by running, exercising, working out, listening to music or whatever, dancing, it's going to reflect on the way you treat everyone around you. It's going to reflect on your health. And that's not a good thing, you know. So you want to take that anger and mix it with something positive. That way you can come out with this color, pink. You know, kind of like just, yeah, you know, the anger's going to bleed over regardless in one way or the other. But if you're working it out when you work out and you're, you know, journaling it away, videoing it away, singing it away, dancing it away, that's just really brings it down to a minimum. So in bringing, instead of it being red, it can be pink, okay? Now the same goes with your sadness. If you're constantly in a state of despair, thinking about all this negative stuff, well, you're going to be like this. And like, who wants to be around that? I mean, the color blue is a beautiful color, but not for a mood. So you want to take that a little bit and work that off and say, hey, you know what? Let's get a little more of a mixture. Mix it up with some positive stuff. This dog has been barking a lot lately. Hold on. Like maybe you want to watch some comedies. Watch a romantic comedy, a funny romantic comedy. Read some jokes. Watch some stand-up comics. You know, something that'll make you laugh. You kind of balance off that sadness with positivity. I'm listening to some motivational videos. And that will give you a way out from this sadness. You know, just get out of your head. Go for a walk. Do what Eckhart Tolle did. He sat on a park bench by the river, I think, for a long time, for hours and hours, for days and months, and he was just staying in the now, taking it all in. You know, whatever it takes, man, whatever it takes to work your way out of that sadness and out of that anger to get somewhere here in the middle, the better. Now, I've been working for a long time to stay in the middle, and it's been a journey to get there, believe me. But I had to be willing to try several things. I had to be willing to go to AA meetings. When I took suggestions my sponsor gave me, she told me not to engage. When someone's trying to argue with me, to tell them, okay, well, if we disagree, you know, I'm sorry you feel that way, and I'll talk to you later, love you, and hang up. And that's great advice, because that means I'm not going to get myself all stirred up into negativity, because they're trying to make their problem my problem, okay? Now, I've also been willing to lead meetings, and I've been willing to do these videos. You know, I love doing these videos. I've been willing to take the time out to do these videos. And I've really made a conscious effort to change what my attitude. Somebody's at this hallway. It's my neighbor coming out of her front door. I feel like saying, would you hurry and, you know, get down the hallway? Because, you know, my dog. No, I'm just kidding. So anyway, yeah, so you want to just, now see the way the colors, it's kind of like, here's the anger, here's the softening, trying to change attitudes. Now we're taking it over to the other one, starting to get a little more mixed color. We're trying to balance everything off so it's not so lopsided. You know, it's not so red, white, and blue. It's just like, you know, things are blending into other things. And you know that in our area of life, in all of our lives, everything mixes with everything. Even when you try to keep it separate, it just mixes, you know. It's like when our children are watching everything that we do. They watch us like hawks. When something happens, what does a child do? First thing a child does is look at his parent's face or her parent's face to see if everything's okay. Should I be freaked out? They're looking at you like, should I be freaked out, Mom and Dad, or are we okay? So we have a huge responsibility on our shoulders. That's why it's so important for us to be balanced, ready for the challenge, up to the task. We need to take care of ourselves, so we're up to the task. You know what I mean? Now, see, anger not necessarily is a bad thing. Anger can be a good thing in that it makes us very creative. You know, put a little anger in there. Anger is also passion, so it's not that it's a bad thing. And so is you know, so is sadness. Sadness is very creative. I mean, people written their best poetry when they're sad, their best songs when they're sad or pensive, you know, deep in thought, but you just don't want to go to extremes. And I know that as an alcoholic, I can truly say that I've seen a lot of alcoholics and drug addicts go to extremes, unnecessary extremes. And sometimes just something you do if you're not conscious of it. You know, I went to the store yesterday to get some stuff to pack up my cabinet for the coronavirus thing. And I called my neighbor and I said, hey, do you need anything from the store? I'm on my way. And she says, no, that's okay. Oh, she goes, wait a minute. Yeah, bring me some Kool-Aid, some lemonade Kool-Aid and some fruit punch Kool-Aid. I said, okay. So I go in there and I'm looking for the lemonade, fruit punch. Of course, everything's gone almost. And everything's like scooted to the back. So I had to get down on my knees to get those packages of Kool-Aid. Do you know how many I got her? I got her 19 of them. And because she didn't specify an amount, and I figured since we're going to be on shutdown, she'll probably need 19. Well, when I gave them to her, it was like $5.50. And she said, oh my gosh, you know, I only wanted like 2 or 3. And I said, oh, really? She said, I had a feeling you were going to bring me tons. She said, I thought to myself, gosh, I should have clarified that. Well, we'll see. She'll probably just bring me 1 or 2 because she's only one person. She lives alone like I do. Nope, I brought her 19 because I always go over the top like that. And I have to work my way to stay more in the middle. Now, of course, I didn't charge. I just said, you know what, take it as a gift, whatever. No, I'm going to pay you. I said, no, you know what? $5 is not going to make me or break me, so don't worry about it. But what I'm trying to say here is, you know, by our reactions, we're telling other people how to treat us. And we're teaching our children how to act towards situations in life. If we start cursing and throwing fits, our kids are going to be afraid. And they're probably going to grow up to be just like that, not being able to handle life in a reasonable manner. And that's not the kind of example we want to set. You know, like that person that you see screaming in the store, you know, screaming at the cashier in the store, acting like an idiot. We don't want our kids to be that way, man. Come on. So set a good example. We have to set a good example now. I'm only saying this because I don't feel like I set a good example for my girls. I think that there was times when I went like way too far, you know, on stuff. I didn't have to get that mad, but I was hanging around someone that was mad all the time. And I'm not blaming that person. I'm saying that I should have been more vigilant. I was hanging around someone that threw a fit over everything, so then I started doing that. And by the time I noticed that I started doing that, I was way into it. So be careful who you hang around with too, you know what I mean? Because they make things look like it's okay to act that way when it is not okay to act that way. Okay, and remember, your children are always watching. So make sure that you get an outlet for yourself, some me time, and make sure that you work out the anger and the sadness. Bring them into a color that's soft and manageable. It's so important. Okay, just wanted to stress that fact. You know, guys, I'm really ashamed to say this, but I'm going to go ahead and say it because it's really important. It got to a point where I was proud of my anger behavior. Look at me. Look how angry I can get. And you just don't want to do that, man. You do not want to be in that situation where... Well, that's what you're known for. Oh, God, watch out. If you say something to mom, she's going to take your head off. We don't want that, man. Being proud of being the bitch? I don't think so. Okay, today, I seek to be farther away from anger and to be more peaceful. You know, I was thinking actually when I was in bed this morning that I'd rather be peaceful than happy. Seriously. I mean, this is the first time in my life I've really been able to be peaceful, and I'm just loving it. I'm loving it. Now, I know, you know, to be in love and to be really happy or whatever is very fulfilling and satisfying, but it is a heightened emotion, and I'm kind of emotioned out for now. You know what I mean? I kind of just want to be like on an even level for a while. I want to be like floating on the water for a while, you know? Just kind of floating along, just kind of letting things be, not having to do anything. Kind of in that moment right now. And we all go through moments, you know, where sometimes we're just not up to that emotion. Not even up to the emotion of love. You know, we just kind of need some space and time to think. So, I just wanted to share that with you, that I used to take pride in my anger and in my loudness, and not anymore, man. I just don't. I try to, and when in doubt, guys, just keep your mouth shut, man. If you feel like you're too angry, which I've been doing for the last 2 or 3 years, especially at work, you know, when somebody like does something that pisses you off, just don't say anything. Don't say anything because, you know, you need that job. Number one. Number two, sometimes when we're too angry, we're kind of like unreasonable, very unreasonable. You don't want to be very unreasonable. And then sometimes when you look back, you think to yourself, wow, I'm sure glad I didn't say anything, because, you know, it didn't even have anything to do with what was going on at work. It had more to do with the fact that I wasn't feeling good that day, the fact that I didn't sleep well last night, whatever. So try to keep things in balance and perspective, and keep your mouth shut if you feel like some other emotions are going to bleed in there. Now, I'm really concerned about the children, because the children see the way you act. So please be cognizant of the fact that they're watching you, and you want them to have good memories of you. Not, memories of my mom or my dad were always pissed off, Unfortunately, my little girls, my daughters, yeah, well, they say we were great parents, and they say we did the best we can, blah, blah, blah. But mostly their memories is that Dad was very mad all the time, and Mom was very sad all the time. And that's a shame. That's a real tragedy. Neither he nor I knew what the hell we were doing, being parents. And we didn't have anything to compare it to, per se. He was an orphan, and I told you about my childhood in my previous video. So, yeah, those poor girls. But, I try to make it up to them now. So please, don't do what I did, man. Don't do what I did. Stay there in the middle. Work your way to be able to stay in the middle. And make that color a little pastel soft. A little mixture of everything, okay? Love you guys. I hope you enjoyed the music too. And be grateful for what you already have. Much love. Add one more thing. Now, regarding this coronavirus, we're supposed to be going on lockdown and in a week or so, as far as I've heard. I don't know. But as far as I've heard, yeah, a week or so, we're supposed to go on lockdown. So make sure you have all your supplies you need. But I wanted to say that your children are looking at you to know if everything's okay. So please, if they see you freaking out, they're going to freak out. If they see you screaming at the TV curse words, they're going to say, oh, that's the way I react to these tense situations, with anger. Okay. If they see you crying like crazy, they're going to start crying too and go into despair. Make sure that you really be aware of that. Just be aware of that, because I know you love your children. I know you want the best for your children just like I do. So, please be aware of that, and please, we're just making memories with these kids. That's all we have is our memories. When we're gone, all that's left is our memories. So let's make them good ones, okay? And be chill with the coronavirus. I mean, do the best that you can by the CDC guidelines. But remember, at the end of the day, what's going to happen is going to happen. So let's just make the best of it, okay? And stay calm. Stay calm at all times, all right? Much love, guys. Bye-bye. Later. Guys, when one family member or group member decides not to deal with the issues they have, or they choose to just run away from those issues and not acknowledge them so they can work through them and heal them, it makes the whole family sick. Whatever sickness they have, it's always going to manifest itself in one way or another, and it's going to make the whole group sick. So please be aware of that, and heal yourself, man. Do whatever you need to do to heal yourself. Am I always able to keep my mouth shut? No. Sometimes I pop off and old behavior comes back. But I'm really, really working avidly on trying to control that and get more in the middle. Not be depressed all the time. Not be angry all the time, but right there in the middle. Okay, so I just want to say that, it makes the whole group sick. I got that anger from a person in my group, and then I passed that anger on to my kids, and it's not a good way to live, guys. So really think about these things, and please make the right decision, the best decision for your family, okay? All right, guys, much love. Now I am going. I don't want to keep passing on this anger and pain. So that's why I do everything possible to work through this. I keep sanding my boat, sanding my boat so I can sail forward. Period. I'm not going to, deny. To deny stuff is to accept it, and I'm not going to deny anything. So, just please take responsibility and heal yourself, man. Thanks, guys.